Hello, everybody. So, for today's pick a card topic, we're going to identify what is no longer serving you. So, we have here three options: Ammonite for group number one, Danburite for group number two, and then we have here Gobi Agate for group number three. So, take a close look, and then once you have selected your option, click on the timestamps below. All right, welcome to your reading group number one. You have chosen Ammonite. This is actually a great crystal to work with to achieve emotional balance, plus to release any negative thought patterns or behaviors. Plus, it's also a great protective stone. So let's go ahead and find out what is no longer serving you. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective we chose group number one. All right, we have here Chariot in reverse. Let's put it here. Then we have Ace of Pentacles. You got the King of Swords. You have the Empress. Alrighty. Then you have Four of Wands in reverse. Ooh, Two of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups. All right, so here's what I'm seeing, group number one, about what is no longer serving you. Well, to put it in a general way, anything that is not giving you emotional fulfillment. All right, that's number one. Anything that doesn't have any stability to it. So I'm actually hearing for some of you, it can be a career. It can also be business. I'm hearing that very strongly as well. Maybe you're not seeing the ROI anymore, all right, if it's actually a business. But for others of you, I'm actually picking up it's a connection, all right? So, what your guides or your ancestors are saying, especially if this is a particular connection, and I'm hearing it's a love connection. I'm hearing that maybe you've been spending a long time already waiting for this person to return, to come back. I'm even hearing 4 to 5 years for some of you, okay? And so your guides are saying, this is not what you deserve, all right? You're meant to live a great life, all right? Your guides, your ancestors doesn't want you to suspend your life waiting for something to happen or waiting for a person to return. You have the power to choose happiness. That's actually what I heard. You have the power as well to choose what is right for you, to explore, to be open to try out new possibilities or opportunities out there with this Ace of Pentacles. All right. And I feel as well that for some of you, it's actually talking about a particular connection, whether this is a love connection, especially love connection. It is actually a connection in which you're not seeing not only growth or stability in this connection, but you're also not seeing any clear direction of where this is going. Your guides are reminding you that you are the Empress, whether you're male or female, you can just switch it. And the Empress is somebody who also knows her worth and her value. So this is what your guides are reminding you of. Know your worth, know your value, all right? Because what you really deserve, it's this 10 of Cups. And 10 of Cups is talking about ultimate happiness, all right? And you're also being encouraged to attract, all right? Balance partnerships with the Two of Cups. This is what you truly deserve. A balanced and healthy type of connection. All right, let's try to pull up another set of cards. What else? What is no longer serving group number one? Empowerment. Body, mind. Okay. So again, What I'm actually hearing based on these three cards, what is no longer serving you. Number one, anything that doesn't also give you balance. All right. Because Seven of Pentacles is a card that also talks about balance, not just Six of Pentacles, but Seven of Pentacles. And we see here this guy meditating. All right. So there's something about that. Anything that is actually making you feel emotionally imbalanced, or something that is draining your energy, something that is actually straining you. Whatever that is, whether it's a particular situation, whether it's actually about your career, or even some connections. You're also being encouraged, by the way, with this empowerment card to be confident, okay? Either to be confident enough to move past something, that's also what I heard, and to use your past to make yourself a lot more stronger. Don't look at yourself as if you're small, all right? Because I feel this is what's blocking some of you guys, all right? You need to find your true value. You need to realize how worthy you are, and that you also deserve something that is actually going to be balanced for you, whether it's a relationship that offers balance. Even with this body and mind, this is also talking about balance, a balance between the body and mind, right? And also with these two cards, I feel that for those who are resonating with, you might be kind of like overthinking. I really heard that for someone out there. Be mindful about that, because sometimes when we try to overthink, we may actually believe what we're always thinking and not necessarily that it's actually the truth. So pay attention to your thoughts, all right? If you're resonating with, yes, because I'm so feeling overwhelmed lately, I'm really stressed out, I have been overthinking. If you're resonating with that, then your guides are wanting for you to take a step back, all right? Balance your feelings and emotions, balance your body and your mind. All right. Because that's not what's serving you, especially if you're resonating with, you have been spending so much time stressing yourself out or overthinking. I keep on hearing the word overthinking. Okay. All right. So let's see what else. Oh my gosh. What did I say at the very start of the reading? Okay. So you're really being encouraged, group number one, to step outside of your comfort zone. Because again, this is also preventing you from moving forward, all right? And your guides, your ancestors are actually saying that this is not the time for you to hold yourself back. Otherwise, you would find yourself in the same situation. So if this is actually a job, even, maybe you already know the answer. Maybe you know deep down that this is not making you feel happy anymore, all right? Or maybe you're being led towards a different path. So again, whether it's a connection, whether this is also talking about a job situation or anything else, you're being encouraged to step outside of your comfort zone. And I feel what is no longer serving you, it's actually you putting yourself in a small box. That's also what I heard. Or keeping yourself small, because that's not what you truly are. All right. You're meant to do great things. You're meant to be happy as well. But what you also needed to work on is to have the courage. That's why I got the empowerment card, to have confidence in yourself, to have the courage to release what's holding you back from achieving this wonderful opportunity. Because again, let me go back to your first set of cards earlier. You got the Ace of Pentacles, right? This wonderful opportunity that is actually waiting for you. Anyway, let's see what this is. All right, you got the Enlightenment. Let's pull up another one first. Ooh, yes, because you got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Oh my gosh. Anything that is actually limiting you. Because remember, Eight of Swords is actually feeling as if that you're stuck or you're trapped. You can't do anything about it. But the reality is, you can actually break free. All right? You are free to do what your heart is asking of you to do, to choose happiness. All right? But it's only fear, I feel, and the lack of confidence that's actually preventing you from achieving whatever it is that your heart wants. And that's what's no longer serving you. It's fear, or at the same time, the lack of confidence is more of like what I'm hearing, the lack of courage. No wonder you actually got the empowerment card, all right? When you're actually feeling empowered, you feel so confident about yourself. You believe in your own power as well, that you can actually make some changes, which will help you to step outside of your comfort zone. Makes sense, right? Let's see what else. What is no longer serving group number 1? See? Growth. Are you freaking kidding me? Exactly. Because you're meant to grow and expand, group number 1. So if you're resonating with, you're not seeing any growth in the situation anymore, again, let's use career or job as an example, because I also heard that earlier. Some of you are just dragging your feet to work, or you're just doing this because of you don't have any choice, all right? But deep down, you know that you're no longer happy, or you're not seeing any growth in this particular job or even business for some of you, because this is what you really deserve, group number 1. You're meant to expand. You're meant to spread your wings and fly, all right? Don't keep yourself small. Don't limit yourself. The strongest for group number 1, honestly, it's self-limiting beliefs. That's what is no longer serving you, okay? Don't limit yourself. You're meant to achieve success, to do something great. I tell you that. And there's so many opportunities waiting for you out there. Only if you would give yourself a chance to step outside of your comfort zone or to take a leap of faith. But as you do that, just make sure that you try to be patient, of course. Take baby steps as well, is also what I'm hearing from Spirit. But let's see. Let's try to pull it more. So not necessarily you're being encouraged to rush things, of course, but at least to give yourself a chance to release anything that's limiting you from becoming the person that you are meant to become. Yeah, look at this. Clarity of belief, although it came out in reverse initially. Then Goddess of the Moon. Now it makes sense. Again, Spirit is highlighting that for some of you, there's something about overthinking, all right? And sometimes when we actually overanalyze or overthink a particular situation, it makes things worse, all right? I keep on hearing illusion. I don't know who is this for, all right? That eventually you would believe whatever it is that you're thinking. For instance, you kept on thinking that you're actually not beautiful, right? Or you're not worthy. And that's more of what you're going to be attracting. No wonder you really got empowerment card, all right? So pay attention to how you see yourself, how you think about yourself as well. So for some of you, I'm hearing it's negative self-talk. That's what's no longer serving you. So on top of self-limiting beliefs, I'm also hearing negative self-talk. Because I keep on hearing from Spirit that some of you have been putting yourself in a small box. Like, I'm just here, all right? I'm just okay being here. When your guys are saying, hey, you're meant to grow. You're meant to expand. And we're going to guide you, all right? Lead you towards a path that will give you emotional happiness. Not just emotional happiness or fulfillment, but maybe even financial success, right? So I'm also hearing, based on these 2 cards, there's something about feeling overwhelmed or feeling emotionally imbalanced, which is why I was so shocked, because we were just discussing about the benefits of Ammonite. So I tell you, group number 1, you may want to work with Ammonite so you can actually achieve emotional balance, all right? Especially if you're resonating with, you are spending so much time worrying or overthinking. That's not going to help you. That's not going to serve you for your highest good. Wow, I love this for group number 1. Let's try to pull up more. Let's try this deck. Resistance, okay. Ah, yeah, you got patience and planning. So there's something about control, all right? Especially with this resistance card. And then you have remembrance. Okay. So let's start off with the resistance card. For me, this is actually talking about control. This is actually what's no longer serving you, whether it's actually you controlling the outcome of things, all right? When things are not going your way, you get upset, you get frustrated, all right? Sometimes we need to master the art of patience. That's why I got this patience and planning card. And that's exactly what I was just talking about when I saw the growth card. It's not to say as well that you need to rush yourself, all right? Take baby steps. And at the same time, be in the flow of things. Because I also noticed for group number one, there's really something about the keyword balance for most of you, okay? So release the need to control a situation, a person, whatever, okay? And just be patient as well. And then with the remembrance card, I feel that some of you are still haunted by the past. All right. So this is what's no longer serving you. There is actually no point in always reopening wounds, especially if these are only going to make you feel really sad or angry or frustrated. That's not helping you to heal and move forward. All right. I'm drawn to the keyword loss. All right. So, for whatever it is that you may have lost in the past, that's the thing. The first step to healing is acknowledgement. To have the courage to accept things as they are is something that some of you also needed to hear, or what you also needed to do. Because without it, it's really going to give you a lot of frustration, a lot of headache. All right. There's no peace of mind. Okay. Wow. Let's see. What else? What is no longer serving group number one? By the way, you might be seeing the number 7 a lot, which is a very spiritual number. And I feel it's because this is for your spiritual growth as well. Group number one. Magic stream. Okay, we were just talking about not controlling the outcome of things. We see here a waterfall, all right? Just like with a waterfall, you just allow things to just flow effortlessly, right? And earlier got the resistance card. So I feel this is also what's no longer serving some of you. The need to control a particular event or situation, people, or whatsoever. Then you got the vast universe. And you got empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. All right, let's start off with this empathy card. So, what I'm actually hearing from Spirit with this empathy card is that what is no longer serving you, it can also be some particular beliefs that you have in your mind about someone. All right. It's very important that you have to always think about how this person is feeling. All right. Sometimes when we're actually confused about something, or we're actually not in agreement with what a person is saying or doing, we may have the tendency to just judge them, right? Without realizing that maybe this person is actually going through some things, let's just say, or maybe this person is doing those things or saying those things because of their level of perception is different from yours. So you're being encouraged, group number one, to take a step back, and at the same time to be open as well to see the side of the situation, both sides of a situation, or maybe this person, if it's actually another person in your mind. All right. And I'm also hearing as well with this vast universe, again, there's something about not limiting yourself. Don't put yourself in a box. Okay. Don't put yourself in a box. You're meant to do something really great. There's so many opportunities. possibilities out there. Because again, group number one, I tell you, this is really what I heard. There's something waiting for you out there. All you need to do, group number one, is to have the courage to step outside of your comfort zone. All right, so with this empathy card, there's really something about beliefs. That's also what's no longer serving you, whether it's a belief of a particular situation or what you think is right, but it's not necessarily right. Or it can also be judgment of others. That's also what I heard. Let's try to pull it more. The Royal You. Oh my gosh. This is so beautiful. Remember, I was just talking about some of you might be kind of like seeing yourself as if you're small, all right? And so your guides are saying, why do you see yourself that way? When we actually see you as the Royal You, all right? The Empress. That's why you got the Empress card at the very start of the reading, right? You are worthy. I keep on hearing that. So maybe for group number one, this is what you really needed to look into. Maybe it's about time for you to ask yourself, how do I really view myself? Do I see myself as someone who's pitiful, someone who's actually a victim, someone who's actually small, all right? That I can't do this or I can't do that? Think again, all right? Maybe this is a time for some of you who's resonating with that message to shift your consciousness or shift the way you actually see yourself. Because I tell you, your guides, your angels, the ancestors are seeing you differently. I'm also hearing that for some of you, what needs to also be healed, it can also be abandonment wounds. I'm hearing that some of you are easily triggered. For instance, when something does not go your way, or maybe when a person leaves you, you get really triggered. You get really hurt. Like, why is this person not talking to me? Why is this person not around me anymore? All right. And that's why I got this empathy card. You're being encouraged by your spiritual team that you have to understand that life doesn't only revolve around you, or it's not because of you. All right. It's not necessarily to hurt you. When you're triggered by it, then that is a sign that you really needed to heal that. And I'm hearing it's emotional wounds. It may be rooted from childhood. Okay. Because sometimes we may actually think, oh, that person is so bad. That person is doing this to me. But I'm hearing from spirit that it's not a personal attack. And so you have to be open enough to understand both sides of a situation. We must also consider what that person is going through, why this person is doing that, all right? Or why is this person saying those things? I don't know what this for, but that's what I'm hearing right now from spirit, okay? And sometimes we would always kind of like feel as if that person is attacking us, that person is hurting us, that person is actually treating us as if we're dirt, all right? And so again, this is something that's no longer serving you. I'm hearing beliefs. Whether this is your belief towards yourself, how you see yourself, including your belief towards the people around you. Okay? Wow. Very, very powerful from spirit. That was so strong. Okay, let's see. What else? What is no longer serving group number one? The word wants to be written. Okay. Let's pull up another one. Dance. Oh my gosh. Everything is resonating. Wow. I love this. What else, spirit? Ooh. And then the temptress. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm seeing. You got the temptress card. Let's start off with that. And this is also talking about deceit, or it's also talking about doing some things that you know deep down is not really good for you. Okay. For instance, either that's why it's called temptation. Just like Adam and Eve, right? They were definitely told that they shouldn't eat the apple, or you shouldn't actually do this or do that. But since you were tempted to do it anyway, all right, then you have to be brave enough to face the consequences. So I'm also getting that. I'm hearing from spirit, you know deep down that this is not what you should be doing, all right? It's something forbidden. It is something that is not for your highest good, but you do it anyway. And again, this depends, because this is a general reading. You best know what that is. For instance, you are not kind of like, yeah, asked to eat oily foods, or you're probably told by your doctor not to eat foods that would actually um, trigger something in your health or whatsoever. But yet you actually try to eat it anyway, right? You're tempted. So again, you have to face the consequences of what you have done. So I'm also getting that as well. That's what's no longer serving you. Anything that you know, even that is not right for you. Okay. Others of you, I'm hearing again, there's something about being in the flow of things. So, what is no longer serving you? It's control. Because the dance card is actually talking about moving and dancing to the rhythm, right? You're just moving effortlessly, just like the waterfall, all right? You're flowing through the music and all that. You're not forcing things, you're not consciously trying to force things as well. And again, this is actually for your growth. With a butterfly, this is actually for your growth. Your guides are wanting for you to grow as a person, spiritually, mentally as well, and emotionally. Wow. I love this, group number 1. Let's try to pull up some messages for you before we actually wrap things up. Let's start off with this. Any message for group number 1? All right, we have 2. Watch and wait. See, you have a lot of cards around being patient, okay? And then you got dream the world into being. Let's get another one. Ooh, cards are flying out. You got decisive action. So let's actually start off with this antelope card. It says you are being told unequivocally that it's time to get moving. Set your intentions and take action toward making your dreams a reality. You have a door in front of you. Trust your instincts here. So this is quite related to the step outside of your comfort zone message that you got. All right. So maybe you're actually in this push and pull energy, or you're in this back and forth energy. Maybe you are also struggling in making a decision. All right. So again, your guides are actually saying it's time to get moving. All right. Set your intentions and then take action. No wonder you got patience and planning card as well. You're being encouraged to make your dreams a reality, because I tell you, there is a door waiting for you out there. Okay. And you need to trust yourself. You need to have confidence, even when it comes to your own decision. And at the same time, you also got the seahorse spirit. So I'm actually more of like hearing from spirit that what is no longer serving you is being impatient. Okay. Because you keep on getting that. There's a lot of cards around patience for you, or the need to control a particular situation. All right. And when we're not in control, all right, we get anxious. We get really scared, we get really anxious because we're not in control of some things. And so your guides are actually saying that's what is no longer serving you. Release that, all right? And embrace patience as well. Whoa, I love your reading, group number 1, but I feel like pulling up just one last card for you. Let's see here. Any other message for group number 1, please? Okay, you got 2 actually. So let's see. It says, it's time to step into your power and create an enchanted world. It can be if you wanted it to be. For just as the oak tree is hidden in its seed, so too the god or goddess is hidden within you. Reason devoid of feeling is simply harsh judgment. So listen to your heart also and move beyond the boundaries that you have placed around yourself. No wonder you got the 8 of Swords, right? It's like some of you, you're just putting some sort of like barrier all around yourself. And it's about time to break free from that barrier that you may have created. All right. That's why I'm really picking up that for group number one, for a lot of you chose this pile, you are really being encouraged to step outside of your comfort zone or what is no longer serving you. It's self-limiting beliefs. You're limiting yourself when you're actually meant to do something far more better. You can also turn your dreams into reality here, okay? So you need to step into your power so you can create the world that you have pictured in your mind. So let's see, what else? If you want to experience a deeper level of love in your relationships, you must both consciously and willingly surrender to one another. Feel and honor the sacred within each other. Be vulnerable and give yourself up to love each and every moment. In doing so, you will unite in love, you will feel alive, reborn with each breath. One loving thought can create a world of infinite love. So, for some of you, this is also your message, something that can actually be of help to you in your current situation. All right. Maybe to be more open, to be vulnerable. All right. And to be more open as well. Wow. This is such a great reading for group number one. I'm hearing tons actually, but the most powerful message so far for group number one, when it comes to the question, what is no longer serving you? There's really something about limiting beliefs or how you actually also view yourself. How do you view yourself? Do you view yourself as if that you are a victim, that you're small, all right? Or that you are actually not good enough? If the answer is yes, then this is a time for you to shift that because that is not true. Remember, you got the Eight of Swords in reverse. And Eight of Swords is talking about illusions as well. You thought that you're trapped. You thought they can't do anything about your situation, but that is just an illusion. It's only your thoughts that's saying that. Okay? So that's something that is no longer serving you as well. Plus, for others of you, I also picked up something about, about, I'm hearing it's more like overthinking. Yeah, it's overthinking plus being patient as well, or the need to control a situation. So there's tons. Only take what applies, all right? Because this is a general reading. But I really hope that this is of help to you guys. And I will actually see you again next week. Bye for now. Stay safe. Hello, group number two. You have chosen Danburite, which is also part of the 12 Synergy Stones. And this Danburite crystal is great to work with if you're experiencing a lot of stress and anxiety. Okay. And it can also help you with your third eye or crown chakra. So let's go ahead and find out what is no longer serving you. Let's begin with your reading. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective we chose, group number two. What is no longer serving group number two? What is this? 10 of Cups. Ooh, Moon. Ace of Swords. Nine of Cups in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. And then Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Overall energy, death. Quite interesting when this reading is all about what is no longer serving you. Okay. So here's what I'm seeing, group number two. There's really something about emotions, all right? That's number one. And it's quite interesting because he also chose this, right? Which is a great crystal to work with to release any stress, anxiety, or even pent up feelings and emotions, as well as anything that gives you mental strain. And I'm definitely seeing that in your cards, group number 2. Okay. So the first one is this. Look at this 10 of Cups. With all those water coming out of those cups, there's something about how maybe some of you are experiencing some emotional drain. Anything that's really draining your energy, your emotions. And Moon is also talking about feelings and emotions. That is what's no longer serving you. Anything that is also putting you in a situation of confusion. All right. I also got the same message, which also popped up for group 1's reading around overthinking. Okay. I really got that. So if you're resonating with, you have been spending so much time worrying, overthinking, then that is what's no longer serving you. Next, I'm also hearing there's something about you feeling impatient as well, or you're actually feeling really frustrated. Because again, this crystal is a great crystal to work with when you're feeling frustrated or really angry. Okay. And for some of you guys, you're feeling frustrated or angry because you're not getting what you want. All right. Especially with this 9 of Cups in reverse. It's like you're not feeling fulfilled. You're not getting what you're hoping for. Therefore, it's making you feel so stressed out, anxious, emotional even. Worse, for some of you, I'm hearing self-sabotage, all right? So this is not what's serving you. Do not do that to yourself. Don't do things that could harm yourself or inflict pain towards yourself. You don't deserve that. And then again, 7 of Pentacles, which is again a card that talks about balance too, plus patience. So if you are resonating with, yeah, you're feeling less patient because you're not getting what you want, then again, that's not going to help you, or that is not serving you. Okay, so let's see what the rest of the cards would show us. What is no longer serving group number 2? Ooh, what is this? School exams. Then you got thought. Oh my gosh, maybe that's why I actually heard overthinking, which is something that I also got for group number 1. And then you got child. Alrighty. Okay. So what I'm actually seeing based on these 3 cards that start off with school or exams cards. So for some of you, if you're actually feeling as if that you're not good enough, you're actually feeling discouraged, or you're actually feeling inadequate, then that is what's no longer serving you. Okay. And again, it's only your thought that's actually suggesting that, because your guides, the angel sees you differently, okay? So group number 2, pay attention to what you're always thinking, especially towards yourself. I even heard self-sabotage, all right? So be mindful about that as well. And then with the child card, I'm actually hearing that this is also probably related to inner child wounds, which is why you are actually thinking that way about yourself. Maybe when you were a kid, you were actually in an environment in which you don't feel accepted, you don't feel loved. And because of that, you tend to believe, as a kid, you tend to believe what people around you are actually saying. So for instance, this is just an example. When you were a kid, people around you, the bullies, are saying, oh, you're not pretty, you're not beautiful, and all that. And so without you realizing, you were able to, yeah, kind of like absorbed whatever those people when you're growing up are telling you, and you begin to believe it. All right. So this is what's no longer serving you. Your guides, your ancestors are saying it's about time to release that. It's about time to let go of what maybe other people around you when you were young or when you were a kid has planted in your mind, okay? That this is who you are, all right? You're good for nothing, all right? Or you're not good enough, you're not worthy, you're not pretty, all right? That is not true. No wonder you got the thought card as well. Wow. Let's see, what else? What is no longer serving group number 2? Don't let your past hold you back. We were just talking about that. All right. So maybe there's definitely something about the past that's preventing you to become the person that you are meant to be. All right. Or the person that you truly are. Because I keep on hearing that there's something rooted from your past, whether it's childhood, which is why it affected you so greatly without maybe some of you realizing it, all right? Whether this is impacting your life choices or the way you actually see yourself even, okay? So your guides are saying it's about to release the past or anything from the past that is not helping you to grow, all right? That's something that you need to let go of because it's no longer serving you. Let's see, what else? Yeah, because you got the truth. What did I say? Your thoughts, whatever it is that you're actually thinking all the time, can become a reality. It can be the truth when it's actually not. Just like the example I said earlier, if you keep on thinking to yourself, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, that's it. You begin to believe that. All right. So pay attention to your thoughts. So that's why I also heard overthinking, because overthinking can lead to assumptions, even. It can also lead to complicating the situation even more. And it's not necessarily the truth. All right. So I feel that, again, if you're resonating with that, you can also work with Danburite. Okay. Because this helps in releasing any stress, anxiety, or anything that gives you mental strain. Okay. You might be an air sign, by the way. I'm also getting that very strongly for group number 2, or you may have heavy air in your chart. Let's see, what else? Okay, you got the Knight of Cups. Ooh, you got Moon in reverse. Oh my gosh. So for some of you with this Moon in reverse, and then you got the Truth, always remember that Moon is also talking about deception. And then it says illusion. So 2 things. Number 1, I'm hearing from Spirit, what is no longer serving you are probably, yeah, let's say connections. Connections that are false. Connections that are not helping you to become a better person. Okay? Or you're probably around deceptive people. Number 2, with the illusion, just like what I said earlier, sometimes when we actually overthink, we have the tendency to believe what we're actually always thinking when it's not necessarily real. And that's why it says illusion. What did I say? Okay. For others of you, it had something to do with a specific person, a romantic partner, especially that you got the Knight of Cups. This is just an example. You are actually always thinking, oh, this is my soulmate. This is actually my twin flame. Who knows? Maybe it's a false twin flame. All right. You'll never know. But the point is, you need to identify whether is this connection making me feel good? Is this connection bringing out the best in me or the worst in me? All right. Maybe those are the things that you also needed to look into. Because obviously, regardless of whatever labels that is, what you truly deserve or what everybody deserves is to be in a healthy and a balanced relationship, okay? Where there's certainty and there's stability as well. Wow, I can't believe this. So I'm actually hearing that for some of you it can be false connections, or it can also be, yeah, maybe this person doesn't have the best of intentions for you, or this person is not really being serious. And you probably thought you have this, picture in your mind that, oh, this is actually my Prince Charming. So yeah, for some of you, that's what's no longer serving you. Pay attention to the red flags is actually what I'm hearing. You would know if this connection is good for you or not. All right. If it's actually, again, bringing out the best in you or just the worst in you. So let's see. What else? What is no longer serving you for your highest good? Group number 2. Miracles. Okay. So there's really something about surrendering. Okay. Which is quite interesting because we've seen the Nine of Cups in reverse. Remember the message I heard from Spirit earlier, in which some of you are really, really feeling so frustrated. And it's quite understandable. Everybody experiences that. I also experienced that, in which when you're not getting what you want, you get upset, right? You get frustrated. And then you start to begin to feel so low, or you begin to doubt yourself. You actually begin to just feel bad, right? Or you're feeling hopeless. So that's why I got the miracles card as well. And part of the message of this miracles card is that you need to believe that whatever it is that you've prayed for will actually happen. Okay. So maybe for some of you, what is no longer serving you, on top of losing patience, all right? Just because it's not here, right now, doesn't mean you will not get it. But number two, I'm also hearing from Spirit, it's actually you needing to control the situation. That's actually what's no longer serving you. Okay. Surrender the how is what Spirit is saying. Okay. Just believe that it will actually happen. If it's for you, or if it's meant for you, it is going to happen for you. All right. Maybe you have to surrender in God's timing. All right. Or in divine timing. So just have faith that this thing or whatever it is that you've been praying for is actually going to happen. Maybe not right away, but it will. All right, let's see what else. What is no longer serving? Group number 2. Yeah, just breathe. Now, this is crazy. I noticed for group number 2, there's actually a lot of energies around thinking, okay? Overthinking. 4 of Swords is talking about mental exhaustion. And that's what's no longer serving you. Anything that is giving you a lot of stress, anything that is actually putting you in a mental strain, that's what's no longer serving you. Your guys are saying, take a breather, okay? Don't be so hard on yourself. Relax, all right? Relax, take a break, meditate if you can, all right? Wow. Let's see, what else? Man holding a coin. All right. Then you got protection. Okay. Wow. This is actually quite interesting. I'm hearing based on these 3 cards, some of you are really feeling frustrated. Maybe you've been wishing for a particular person, okay? Or you're wishing that this person is going to come back, is going to reach out, and it's not happening. And you're so upset about that. You're feeling frustrated. You might even think that the universe is so, harsh on you and all that. But the reality is, all right, based on these 3 cards, you're just being protected. There is something that the universe, your guides, are seeing that you cannot see. All right. In fact, what's being mentioned here on these 3 cards is that you're actually being protected from something that is not going to be for your highest good. Okay. So if you probably thought that, oh my gosh, this is quite upsetting, this is quite frustrating, because I've been really, really wishing for this person to be mine, or for me and my person to reunite. Why is it not happening? All right. And this is not for all of you, but I specifically heard that the reason why it's not happening, because it's not for your highest good. You are being protected from something that is not really going to make you feel happy, or it's not really going to be for your highest good, right? So don't see it as something bad. In fact, it's kind of like, a blessing in disguise, even, is also what I got from Spirit, okay? For others of you, it can also be career. I also got that too. So maybe this is also not serving you anymore, especially for resonating with, you feel as if that there's not much balance in this career anymore. You feel drained, or you feel as if that you're exerting a lot of effort, but you're not getting anything back as much. that you really deserve as well. Okay. And don't worry, with this protection card, your guides are actually saying that you're being led towards a better path, a path that is aligned to you. Okay, what else? What is no longer serving group number 2? Third eye chakra. Ooh, yeah. Now we have a card around guides, spiritual support. My gosh, we were just talking about that. What else? And you have follow the leader. Oh my gosh. So this is just a continuation of what I just heard earlier, right? It's a strong validation from spirit. So again, spirit is actually saying there are some things that you are not seeing with the third eye chakra. And you might actually think that either, like what I said, that's just an example. You're feeling upset, all right? You're feeling as if that you're being punished, or you're feeling as if that life is so hard on you. And that's because of you're not really seeing it. But your guides, the angels, your ancestors are seeing something that you can't, all right? And believe me, that's why you got the card earlier around faith, all right? You're being asked to trust that whatever is happening, all right, it's actually for your highest good. We may actually think of it as untrue, or we might think of it as if that it's actually a bad situation. But when you actually get to realize, or once you're able to see the story behind what's actually happening, or the action going behind the scenes, all right, you'll be surprised about what you might actually uncover. And you would begin to realize, oh my gosh, now I understand why things are not happening. I'm just being protected after all, all right? For instance, you actually didn't get this job, all right? And you're so frustrated. It's hard for you to look at things from a different perspective because you would only just put your focus on the frustration of not getting that particular job. Or, for instance, this contract, and you're so upset. Why is it not going my way? What's going on? All right? Of course, that's only normal that you would feel upset. Anybody who's in your situation, you would actually feel that way, right? But once you're able to realize, all right, to see what's really going on, how you are actually being protected, I tell you, group number 2, you would suddenly say to yourself, oh my gosh, now I know why. And it's a good thing that it actually didn't happen. This is just an example, all right, so you can understand my drift. I specifically remember this story of somebody that I actually know, in which she was so freaking upset because she wanted to be with this person that she really loves, all right? And she got really, really depressed even. And then all of a sudden, this person, the one that I'm actually talking about, came to realize, or came to know, I believe that somebody actually told her about this person that she really likes. Somebody actually told her that this person that she really, really likes to be with turned out to be kind of like a serial player, right? And she was so shocked. Not only that, that person is also somebody who also does physical abuse to others, all right? And she was like, "Whoa, I can't believe it." When she actually really found out about it, she was like, "Oh my gosh, now I understand why is it that I'm not meant to be with this person. It's because my guides are protecting me. My guides were able to see that this is what this person is capable of doing." And so that's the reason why you got the illusion card, right? With the moon card, and it says illusion. Remember that? Because this is what you believe is real. This is what you think is real. But it can be deceiving, right? It can be deceiving. So again, with a follow the leader card, again, this is a message for group number 2 to trust that you're being led towards the right path. Okay? Trust your guides. Trust the message of your guides, your angels, your ancestors. Of course, they're actually doing things for you, something for your highest good, something that is actually going to be beneficial for you instead of the other way around, putting you in a really harsh situation. Of course, no guide would ever do that. They always wanted the best for you. So just trust group number 2, okay? Wow, let's see. What else? This is quite juicy. I suddenly remembered that person. I wonder if she's already married, because that was a long time ago. Yeah, she fell for someone and she really thought that this is her, yeah, Prince Charming. And then when she found out the truth about that person, and she found out about it herself, all right? She was so shocked. I can't remember the shock that I actually saw on her face. And she was like, wow, I'm so glad I didn't end up with that person. Not only is that person a serial player, but is also somebody who likes to, yeah, kind of like engage in a physical fight or physically assault even his own partner, all right? So let's see, what else? What is no longer serving? Group number 2. Oh, yes, look at that. Decrease, right? Anything that is, again, draining your energy. And there's really something about emotions. What did I tell you? Because water, it's emotions, right? So anything that's draining your energy, anything that's making you feel so overwhelmed or super emotional. Because again, that's why I got the 4 of Swords. Your guys are saying, hey, take a step back. All right, take a breather. Because that's not serving you or that's not helping you. Okay. So that's why I got this decrease card. Because you got the peace card. So anything, again, that is not giving you peace of mind or not making you feel at peace. Especially if you're always trying to question things, okay? Or especially if you feel as if that the situation is very confusing, all right? Your guides are actually saying, release that, okay? Let go of that. It's not giving you peace of mind. Even worries, that's also what I heard with these 2 cards, because worry will not change the situation or the outcome of a situation, okay? So be at peace. That's what your guides are saying too. All right, what else? What is no longer serving? Group number 2. Fear. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that is actually very self-explanatory. Anything that puts you in that state, which is fear. And fear is the lowest vibrational energy. And sometimes when we're actually fearful, haven't you noticed? You begin to overthink, all right? Like, what's going to happen? Or maybe this is what's going to happen next, all right? So, again, this is what's no longer serving you guys, okay? And sometimes it's also going to stop you from achieving what you're actually supposed to achieve or what you're actually supposed to do. That's going to limit you, all right? And that's because of fear. So, let's see. Close encounters. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. So what I'm actually hearing, by the way, especially they got the card fear and then you got the close encounters. There's also something about don't put yourself inside a cage. All right. Don't hinder yourself. Don't limit yourself. We were just talking about that. And again, fear is also an illusion, by the way. Right. And you got the card illusion earlier. So the strongest for group number 2, if you notice, there's something about that in which we might actually think that this is actually real when it's actually not. All right? So always remember, fear is equals to false evidence appearing real. So the more that you actually kind of like think that this is what it really is. For instance, you keep on thinking that you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, or this person is mad at me. It becomes a reality. So be mindful of your thoughts. I tell you that, group number 2. Because I noticed for group number 2, I'm getting a lot to do with either overthinking as well, all right? Or anything that puts you in a mental stress or a mental strain. So that's why like what I said, for the end time, work with Danburite. It's a really great crystal, okay? And then there's something about not limiting yourself. Don't limit yourself. You're meant to grow as well, all right? You're already a butterfly. You have to spread your wings or to soar high. So yeah, there's something about self-limiting beliefs as well for group number 2, or hindering yourself. Yeah, because you got a change in the wind. Oh my gosh. Yeah, change is very, very necessary, I feel, for group number 2, especially if you feel as if that you're stuck in a situation and it's not helping you to grow anymore, just like this butterfly over here. This butterfly is actually stuck inside a cage. When this butterfly is meant to fly, right? And flutter its beautiful, colorful wings. And that is you, group number 2. So anything that limits you, anything that is putting you inside that cage, whether it's actually a situation that has put you in that trap or stuck cage or whatsoever, but it can also be your own thoughts, right? So the point is, you are meant to be free. Okay, you're meant to be free, you're meant to grow, you're meant to actually experience so much more out there instead of putting yourself inside the small cage. So change is actually very, very necessary. Okay, a change of direction, because I'm drawn to the arrow as well, especially if you're resonating again, in which you're not seeing any clear direction in the situation anymore. You're actually not seeing any growth in the situation anymore. That's what's no longer serving you. Okay. All right. So let's pull up this card. Oh, yes. It says here, every journey starts with a single step. That is so true. Okay. Again, you don't need to rush yourself. Okay. But you're being asked to at least take that step, right? That one step. And it will definitely take you to the journey, or rather to the path that you're meant to be, okay? Or where you're actually meant to be. So take that single step. That's what your guys are saying. Don't be afraid, because again, what's limiting you, group number 2, it's fear. All right, let's pull up another set. You have a lot of images of butterfly. I noticed that, which is all about change and transformation. And then you got ocean. Go with the flow and flow with the glow. All right. And that makes sense, because earlier you also got that message, right? To surrender the how and just go with the flow. Don't rush things. Don't force things. Take it, one step at a time as well. That's also what I'm hearing, especially got this every journey starts with a single step. At least you tried, right? You took the single step instead of not doing anything at all, right? And then he also got celebrity. Shine like the star that you are. Oh my gosh. See? I told you, group number 2. You are meant to do something really, really great. Okay? But what's happening, group number 2, is that you're limiting yourself. What did I tell you when I saw this butterfly inside the cage? Your guys are saying you're ready. Come on. You're already a butterfly. What are you doing to yourself? Why are you hiding in the shadows? Why are you limiting yourself? And this is your guide, all right? It's like your guides are saying, come on, you're ready. You're already a butterfly. You need to spread your wings and fly here. You need to shine like the star that you really are. Wow, group number 2. I so love your reading, but we're actually not done yet, because what I'm going to do is I'm also going to be pulling up some messages for you, but let's pull this up first. What else? Ooh, you got jewel within a teardrop. Okay. So I'm actually getting here that for some of you guys, you might be attached to a particular situation or a person even. Okay. So I'm hearing somebody watching pile number 2. There's something about attachment, and it's a negative attachment towards someone. And this is what's no longer serving you. Maybe you're so attached to a person. Okay. And again, your guides are saying you need to let go of that, especially if you know deep down that this connection or this is actually not going to help you to grow even. So why do you allow yourself to be just stuck there or to stay there, right? So there's something about negative attachment. That's something that is no longer serving you, or even your emotional attachment towards a particular situation, maybe from your past, okay? Maybe something that only gives you a lot of emotional wounds or anything that is actually making you feel sad and bitter and all that. There's something about feelings and emotions as well for group number 2. No wonder you got decrease card, all right? So it's about time to release that. Anything that you have a negative emotional attachment towards, whatever that is, especially if it's bringing up so much negative feelings and emotions for you, okay? So let's pull up some messages now before we wrap things up. Let's start off with this one. Any message for group number 2? Okay, got the mouse spirit. Tend to the small things. Let's pull up another one. Then you got panda, boundaries. So what I'm actually hearing, by the way, with this mouse spirit is that for some of you guys, what is no longer serving you is that maybe, okay, you're also kind of like trying to, achieve something. That's also what I'm hearing. You're trying to achieve something, but I'm hearing failure. I don't know why I heard that. Maybe you're trying to achieve something or trying to do something, and then it didn't happen the way you were expecting it to be. All right. So Spirit is actually kind of like saying, don't give up, all right? Don't give up. Just because it didn't actually happen the first time or you're not there yet, it's not to say that you should actually give up, all right? Appreciate what you currently have, all right? Take it one step at a time. I keep on hearing that. You will get there. Whatever it is that you wanted to achieve, it will happen, but maybe you just really needed as well to be patient with yourself. That's also what I heard, because sometimes when I see a card, I'm hearing a different message, okay? And that's actually what I heard. And then you got the panda boundaries card. So let me actually read it for you guys. It says, your space is sacred. Guests who overstay their welcome impact your aura, and you have every right to stand your ground. Your needs are important. You must nurture your soul with the same gentle love and support you offer to others. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking true. As an empath, unfortunately, I tend to attract a lot of toxic people, even, all right? Because we have the tendency to overgive, all right? We have the tendency to kind of like, try to let things just roll or what, even if, sometimes we know that this is no longer really, healthy for us. So I feel that this is a message for some of you guys out there to establish boundaries, right? Especially if somebody's trying to overstep that. And I can really resonate with this because I noticed that there are some people who would really try to abuse your kindness, all right? Some people are really going to be expecting so much from you, and they're really going to be forcing things on you, even if it's really already uncomfortable for you. All right. So this is a time for you guys to establish boundaries, especially if you're around people who are so toxic. People are so demanding, controlling. All right. People who are draining your energy. I won't be surprised. The reason why I'm saying that, because I feel some of you guys are empaths. Okay. And if you're an empath, just like myself, and no wonder you got a lot of things around emotions, anything that's draining your energy, maybe there are some people around you who's draining your energy, and you don't deserve that. So in order for you to handle that a lot better, you are being encouraged to establish boundaries, protect your aura even, okay? And if there's a need for you to stand your ground, of course, all right, do that as well. Wow, this is a time to take good care of yourself instead of giving everything away. No wonder at the very start of the reading, remember the 10 of Cups, right? You're drained, group number 2, all right? Everything is just flowing from this cup. or from all of these 10 cups, right? There's something about an emotionally draining experience or situation for some of you guys, okay? And that's what's no longer serving you well. So it's okay to nurture others. It's okay to provide support or to be gentle with others, but you have to establish boundaries and balance. And this is the hardest lesson for me, all right? It still is a challenge for me because even if I really wanted to help someone, I noticed that there's some people that you have the best of intentions for them, but then they would always try to expect something from you, all right? Like, hey, why are you not doing that anymore? You used to be doing this, right? And so again, I'm beginning to sense, oh my gosh, this person is so attached. This person is so controlling and all that. And I was like, oh, this is draining, all right? This is not good. When initially you have the best of intentions for someone. You wanted to support them. You wanted to be kind to others. But then notice that sometimes people would abuse that, all right? People would expect that from you all the time. And so if you're resonating with that, establish boundaries, all right? You don't deserve that. I tell you, especially if you're an empath, this is something that I always encounter. I would always encounter people who are so emotionally draining, okay? And would always be controlling, right? Like you're being asked to do this. It's like they are your boss when, you are your own boss. But anyway, let me just pull up one last card for you guys. So yeah, establish boundaries, group number 2, okay? Maybe that's what's draining your energy nowadays, and that's what's no longer serving you. All right, let's get one last message. Any other message for group number 2? Ooh, cards are flying out. Let's see what this card is. All right, it says, tune out of your thoughts and into your heart. Everything you're looking for really is inside you. Look within, keep an open heart and mind, and then follow your intuition. Beyond thought, there is a knowing that embraces all knowledge. Your inner vision has a magnetic quality that draws everything you need closer to you. I know, suddenly reminded me of this quote. Was that Rumi? What you're, yeah, it's like, yeah, I forgot the quote. What you're seeking for is also seeking you. Yeah, kind of like that. So yeah, everything is really inside of you. Everything that you're looking for is already inside of you. If you're looking for love, love already exists within you, right? So yeah, I hope that this reading, group number 2, is of help to you. And always remember that this is for you guys to look into the things that, yeah, maybe this is not really helping me at all. This is not helping me to become a better person, or it's not helping me to be happy. All right. It's not helping me to achieve what I'm supposed to achieve in life. So maybe it's about time for me to release that, or it's about time for me to let go of what's just draining me, or keeping me in a stuck situation, or putting me in a stuck state. Because again, I noticed there's a lot of cards as well for group number 2 in which there are kind of like, yeah, some things that are making you feel trapped, okay? And for most of you, it's actually your thoughts that's keeping you stuck, okay? Especially that you have a message earlier that you need to pay attention to what you're actually thinking about, or how you actually see yourself. Plus, you also got this card about, yeah, 4 of Swords, which is talking about mental stress. So there's really something about thoughts. And sometimes when we actually try to think that this is actually what's real, then it becomes our reality, right? So pay attention to that, group number 2. So I hope that you actually enjoyed this reading. I hope that this is of help to you. And again, I'll see you next week. Stay safe. Bye-bye. All right, group number 3, you have chosen Gobi Agate, which is a great crystal to work with if you wanted to connect with your higher self or your spiritual guides. And it helps in clearing out emotional traumas or even emotional blockages. So let's go ahead and find out what is no longer serving you. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective, we chose group number 3. What is no longer serving group number 3? 7 of Cups. King of Wands. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Two of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. And then 5 of Cups in reverse. Oh my gosh. Very, very straightforward. Then you got the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Okay, group number 3. Here's what I'm saying. Number 1, for some of you, what's no longer serving you, it had something to do with the past. All right? And it's a negative, traumatic experience for others, which is quite interesting. I was just talking about how this Gobi agate helps in clearing emotional traumas. And I'm definitely seeing that here for you, group number 3. Especially we got the 5 of Cups. So if you found yourself always reliving the past, or you're always dwelling on the past, and this only brings about negative feelings such as resentment, anger, bitterness, sadness, then your spirit guides are saying, this is not for your highest good. Don't allow yourself to be stuck there. You're being encouraged to move forward. Wheel of Fortune for me is also talking about movement. All right? I'm also hearing that for others of you, especially if you found yourself stuck, then that is a message that maybe it's about time to make some changes and to be open to explore other possibilities out there. There's something about flexibility, all right? Group number 3, to be flexible, to try out new, exciting things out there instead of allowing yourself to be fixed where you are right now, okay? Because this is also preventing you from attracting this wonderful opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles. Especially if you, again, try to allow yourself to be just dwelling in the past or sticking to the past. That's creating a blockage with the 2 of Swords. It's blocking you from having this new beginning. It's blocking you from moving forward. And your guides are wanting for you to learn from the past instead with the High Priestess. Okay? There is a spiritual lesson with whatever it is that has happened to you in the past. Okay? It's about time to move forward and just learn from those experiences, but don't allow yourself to be stuck there for way too long. Okay? Wow, I love this for group number 3. Very, very powerful synchronicity, which is quite crazy because you chose Gobi agate, and we were just talking about that. Anyway, what else? What is no longer serving group number 3? Prosperity. Okay. Ace of Earth. Let's get another one. And then you're very close to achieving your goal. All right, so here's what I'm hearing. There's definitely something about opportunities, achievements, or even financial abundance or financial prosperity. So what's no longer serving you? It can also be that maybe you've been working so hard on this particular job or this career, but you're actually not seeing any return is actually what I'm getting. So there's quite of an imbalance going on for some of you, all right? And so maybe this is a message that there's actually other opportunities out there, especially if you're resonating with, You've been spending a lot of time working on it, all right? You've been exerting a lot of effort. Either you're not getting recognized for your efforts, you're not seeing any growth in your career or business, then yeah, it's really going to be not only draining your energy, but it's like it's putting all of your effort into waste, right? So that's number one. But for others of you, I'm hearing a different message. Not necessarily that you need to let go of this career or you actually needed to let go of this business, but what is no longer serving you, it's this lack mentality, okay? Your guides are wanting for you to think and embrace the energy of abundance, okay? That you're already abundant. And at the same time, that in order for you to welcome new blessings or attract more blessings into your life, you have to appreciate what you currently have. And then lastly, they're wanting for you to be patient, okay? You will get this dream of yours, whatever that is. But maybe what is no longer serving you, it's the lack of patience as well. All right, so only take what applies because I'm hearing several there. Let's try out more. Adventures, okay. Knight of Wands. Ooh, all right. And then friendship. Okay. So here's what I'm seeing, group number 3. Let's start off with friendship. You're definitely being encouraged by your spiritual team to surround yourself with positive people. Maybe that's what's no longer serving you. Always remember, you become who you spend your time with. This is something I've learned from my late father, okay? You will become the person who you spend your time with. If they're actually negative, if they're actually, for instance, they love drinking all the time or doing, substance abuse, you become like them. So pay attention to that. Who do you surround yourself with? So your guys are saying that you needed to look into that carefully because they're saying you need to surround yourself with like-minded people. People who's going to be fanning the flames for you as well, who's going to be supportive of you, okay? I'm also getting here with the adventures card. There's really something about going with the flow. There's also something about not forcing things or even situations. I really got that for group number 3 as well. Always remember, too, that you shouldn't force connection. Do not force connection. Do not force friendship, okay? Any type of relationship, whether it's a love connection or it's a friendship. Maybe I'm also hearing from Spirit, it's about time for you to, again, grow. Spend more time socializing. That's also what I got for someone out there, all right? But be mindful, of course, about who you hang out with, all right? Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people or positive people. But don't limit yourself, all right? Because if you notice, group number 3, you have the 7 of Cups. And Spirit is actually saying there's so many options out there. Why are you limiting yourself? All right? There's so much more they can actually explore, whether it's actually connections, whether these are love connections, friendship, your soul family, or even job opportunities, right? Because again, 7 of Cups is talking about options. Wow. Very, very powerful for group number 3. Let's try to pull up more. What is no longer serving you? Yeah, you got the star card and it says heal. I'm actually hearing that for some of you with this heal card, there's something about breaking free from attachments. Okay? Negative attachments. Are you attached to something or someone? Especially if it's actually something negative. All right? And you're being encouraged to break free from that. For others of you, maybe you're also limiting yourself. And that's why I heard there's so many options. Don't limit yourself. So let's just say it's a romantic connection that did not work. Life doesn't end there, right? Then go ahead and explore, all right? Enjoy. That's why I got the adventures card. Because remember, group number 3, you have the 5 of Cups, which is a sign that majority of you guys who actually chose this pile, you have been putting your focus mostly on the past, all right? And that's keeping you stuck. And you need to break free from that, okay? Because your soul is longing for something new to experience. Your soul is longing to grow as well. So break free from what is holding you back. Break free from something that's limiting you. So you can actually move forward and so you can actually also grow. All right? Don't limit yourself, group number 3. Let's try to pull it more. Thinking man. Wow. This is also the star card. You may be an Aquarius and then you got the thinking man. So what I'm actually hearing from Spirit, because this guy's looking at this clear quartz, there's also something about overthinking. Okay? And that's also what you needed to break free from. Overthinking could only lead you to distress, frustration. Okay? And sometimes when we overthink, we might even believe that what you're thinking about is real when it's actually not. I got that message for some of the groups, okay? Whether it's group 1 or group number 2, I'm getting it again. Overthinking is not really going to be beneficial for you, and this is something that's no longer serving you, okay? Break free from that. There's something about mental stress or exhaustion, okay? So you're being asked to be gentle with yourself. Take a step back. Don't spend so much time stressing yourself out by overthinking or even assuming things, all right? This is not going to be really good for your mental and emotional health. Let's try to pull it more. Realization. Oh, yes. Okay. So yeah, maybe there's something that you really needed to look into, group number 3, okay? I feel that maybe you really needed to realize that this is the reason why you're actually feeling anxious, you're actually feeling stressed out, or you're actually feeling dissatisfied with your current situation. And that's because of there's also something about the past that's affecting you, all right? In which you're having a hard time letting go of it. For some of you, you need to break free again from negative thought patterns or overthinking because it's making things worse for you. It's not good for your health, overall health, all right? And I'm also hearing with this realization card, what Spirit is actually saying that you need to realize, all right? Or it's kind of like a wake up call for you that there is actually other options or new opportunities waiting in life for you. Okay? If this current situation is not working, then be open to embrace change. Be open to try out other things. Especially if this is not giving you any satisfaction, it's not making you happy, it's not helping you to grow, then maybe it's about time for you to break free. Okay? And realize that there's something far more better out there. Wow. All right, let's try to pull it more. Protection. Oh my gosh. Wow. Very interesting. Then he got Ghostlands again. Something about the past. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I can't believe it. Group number 3. Let's start off with the Ghostlands card. All right. What did I say when I saw this realization card? Maybe there's some things that you're probably not seeing or not yet realizing. That the reason as to why you're actually feeling this way is because of there is something from your past, and it's something really negative that you haven't released just yet. Okay? So have the courage to liberate yourself from whatever that is. Because it's really, really draining your energy. I tell you that, group number 3. For some of you, you are being encouraged to protect your aura or to cleanse your aura. Okay? Especially if you have been feeling drained lately, you have been feeling imbalanced, or you're feeling as if that, yeah, there's a lot of heavy energies that you're experiencing. Cleanse your aura, all right? Shield your energy or your aura. And then for others of you, there's something about establishing healthy boundaries. For those who are resonating with, you are actually in the wrong crowd, or you are in a group of people. I'm hearing group, all right? So you may be around some people who are not really good for you, all right? So this is a time for you to, again, re-examine your relationships or your connections. If it's draining your energy, if it's not really for your highest good, then why allow yourself, all right, to be mixed up with that type of energy, with the people who's bringing about toxicity in you, all right? Set up some healthy boundaries. This is also something that I actually said for the other groups. As an empath myself, I always needed to protect my energy, okay? Because I always attract toxic people. I noticed that, okay? Because empaths are magnets for narcissists or energy vampires. And that's why I really try to detach, okay, to protect my energy, especially if I'm already sensing that there are people around me who are so toxic, they're draining your energy, they're really so much attached to you. And these are what we call energetic leeches or toxic vampires. If you're resonating with that, whether you're an empath or not, set healthy boundaries. Protect your energy. It's not for your highest good, okay? Because remember, what you truly deserve, group number 3, is to be around positive people, high vibrational people, okay? And the sad part is, because of your kindness, group number 3, some people might even abuse that. No wonder you actually got a message at the very start of the reading that, yeah, you really needed to step up, okay? Step up. Do what's right for you. Do what's healthy for you. Don't allow yourself, again, to be mixed up in connections, relationships, situations that is just going to make you feel bad all the time, make you feel small, or make you feel emotionally drained, all right? Let it go. It's not healthy. And again, with the Ghostlands, this is talking about the past, especially if it's a really painful past. And again, what did I say about Gobi Agate? Gobi Agate is a great crystal to work with if you wanted to release highly charged emotional trauma that is stored up or built up inside of you, all right? Don't be a prisoner of the past. Release it. It's about time to release that and to move forward. And that is what your guides wanted you to realize. Yeah, see? You got family, friends, and guides behind a mask. Oh my gosh. I tell you, group number 3, you may be around people who are actually not really for your highest good. That's what's no longer serving you. Okay? What you truly deserve is to be around people that you can really trust. Okay? People who are really going to be fanning the flames for you, but maybe you're around deceptive people. And that's why you need to protect your aura, you need to protect your energy, you need to set up healthy boundaries. Well, yeah, then you got meditation. So again, with this meditation card, because obviously we're seeing group number 3 that there's a lot of emotional and mental stress. And that's what's no longer serving you. So what do? Take a step back, all right? Break free from anything that's giving you a lot of emotional and mental strain, okay? Take a step back. Take a breather. Because what you truly deserve is to be in a place of peace. Okay? Wow, group number 3. No wonder I'm sensing really heavy energies for you guys. Out of all the 3 groups, to be quite honest. So yeah, I tell you, group number 3, you don't deserve that. You really deserve happiness. You really deserve peace, okay? Be gentle with yourself. Break free, especially from the past for others of you. That's what's blocking you guys. There's really something from the past, and it's probably because of it's an emotional trauma, or it gave you a lot of trauma. So again, with the high priestess that you got at the very start of the reading, your guys are saying that experience, yes, it's negative. It gave you a lot of wounds, but you're gaining wisdom from that. It's part of your journey. It's part of your spiritual journey, okay? Whoa, group number 3. Let's see. Let's try to pull up more. And again, I'm getting nasally. What did I say? Every time I do a reading for group number 3, I get nasally, which is a sign that somebody watching this pile, either you're a psychic, because that's also what I was told, whether you're afflicted by something, okay? Or it's just basically, to put it in a general way, negative energy, all right? I could really feel that. So if you're resonating with that, no wonder you got a message around cleansing your aura, okay? Cleanse your aura, cleanse your energy, protect your energy. Raise your vibration, group number 3, okay? Yeah, storm fields, field of dreams. And then denial. Oh my gosh. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So let's start off with denial, all right? What I'm actually hearing from Spirit is that maybe it's about time for you to acknowledge the truth, okay? That's what I heard. You know deep down that something is off, all right? You know deep down that maybe this is actually not for me anymore, or this is not really for my highest good. But why am I staying? Okay? And so you are really being encouraged to also acknowledge the truth, to accept it. Always remember that the first step to healing, it's acceptance. Don't deny it, all right? Face it and acknowledge it. And I'm hearing as well from Spirit that anything that is not aligned even to your truth, then that's what's no longer serving you. Okay? For instance, this is just an example. You allow yourself to be treated poorly, walked over by everybody else, bully you. That's just an example, all right? And yet you allow those people to do that to you, all right? But deep down, you know the truth. You know that this is not good for you. And again, if you're resonating with that, no wonder you got the boundaries card, all right? Doesn't mean that you have to fight these people or engage yourself in a violent fight or what, but this situation is helping you to learn how to establish healthy boundaries. Okay? Because I'm hearing that even though you already know that there's something off, but you're just going along with it. All right. So, anything again with this denial card, anything that is actually not aligned to your truth, release it. That's what's no longer serving you. And again, it can also be people for others of you. That's also what I got. Maybe you are actually around people who you probably thought are really good for you or you can trust, but only to find out that they're wearing a mask. All right. And this is something that's no longer serving you as well. Whoa, group number 3. Let's see what else. Earth magic. Yeah. I noticed group number 3, you have a lot of cards around balance as well or meditation. You got that, right? Now you got earth magic, which is all about grounding. So I feel that you guys are really being encouraged as well to ground, okay? To release all of those, yeah, heavy energies, um, to stay centered, especially if you're going through a lot of heavy, turbulent energies. I'm really getting that, which overwhelms you completely. Oh my gosh, now you got message in a bottle. Whoa, what did I say about Gobi Agate? What the freak? Emotional blockages. Gobi Agate is a great crystal to work with if you're also kind of like repressing your feelings and emotions. All right? So if you're resonating with that, in which you're always repressing your feelings, which is actually making sense why you got the denial card, then yeah, work with this, all right? So it will actually help you to release those bottled up feelings or pent up emotions. Always remember that releasing that or releasing emotional blockages is a form of liberation, okay? You're definitely going to be feeling more free, okay? And that is healing for you guys. This is what's no longer serving you, especially for those who are resonating with you're always just trying to keep it to yourself, all right? You don't want to embrace the truth or you don't want to share what you probably are going through. I also heard that, all right? You always just keep it to yourself. You try to appear tough all the time, but deep down, you know, with the denial, deep down, you're just really struggling, okay? So Spirit is actually saying it's okay to be vulnerable, all right? Showing your feelings and emotions is not, it's never a sign of weakness. Even the strongest people out there, I tell you, they can be weak, all right? Because we're all human beings. So for those who are resonating with, yeah, you're trying to repress your feelings, your emotions all the time, then yeah, this is what's no longer serving you. Because everything is just going to be building up inside of you, right? It's going to give you a lot of stress. So if you're resonating with that, you may want to work with Gobi Agate. All right, let's try to pull it more. Let's try this one. Ooh. Oh my God. Now we got Sacred Fool. Perfection of your life. Conscious connections. Oh my gosh. Everything that we've discussed is again appearing in this new set of cards, group number 3. So like what I said, I really feel that what is no longer serving you are probably connections. Whether it's a love connection, whether it's actually, yeah, the people that you thought are really good for you, okay? But maybe these people are not really for your highest good, or they don't have the best of intentions for you. They're wearing a mask and all that. Release that, okay? You deserve to be around connections that are really going to make you feel good. You deserve to be around people who's going to be bringing you a lot of positivity, okay? I'm also getting something about control. Maybe somebody watching this pile, you are around somebody's very abusive, somebody's very controlling or manipulative, okay? If you're resonating with that, this is a time for you to break free from it. Because I'm drawn to this kind of like a puppet master, all right? It's like you're always following what they're saying, all right? You're always going along with what they're actually, yeah, doing, even if it feels uncomfortable for you. That's why I said with this denial card, you know that something is off. You know that something is not right. So embrace the truth. Choose what is actually aligned to your truth. Because again, that is also a form of self-sabotage. When you're actually doing something that is actually not for your highest good, or when you're actually doing something that would only inflict pain on you or harm on you, that is self-sabotage. And you really don't need that, okay? Wow, group number 3, out of all the 3 readings, my gosh, your guides, I tell you, they're really wanting for you to absorb the message, okay? Because I feel this has been going on for a long, long time now. And they're wanting for you, again, to move forward. They're wanting for you to release the past, any attachments. So some of you are probably also attached to someone, okay? That is not for your highest good. All right, so let's pull it more. No wonder I'm getting nasally. Oh, gosh. All right, what else? Job. Well, that one is actually very, very straightforward. Group number 3, what's no longer serving you? It's probably your current career right now or your job. Because remember, when it comes to job, find a job that you truly love or passionate about, and it's never going to be feeling a job, okay? So I feel that maybe some of you are staying in a career or job in which there's no growth, or you're just dragging your feet to work, okay? So again, you will always find yourself kind of like looking for reasons to quit or not to show up at work. That is a red flag. But if it's actually a job that you're truly passionate about, I tell you, it won't feel like a job at all right? So you're being asked to shine, you're being asked to spread your wings and fly with this airplane card. Wow. Again, if you notice group number 3, there's something about movement for you. Because what's happening, even at the very start of the reading, you got the 5 of Cups, which is a sign that you're always dwelling in the past. So what you need is to finally allow yourself to move forward, break free from the past, break free from what's actually hindering you from growing, okay? Explore. There are so many options. Remember, you got the 7 of Cups. And then you got the dog. The dog card is actually talking about loyalty or even friendship, okay? And it says here, be your own best friend. That is true. That is so true. You know what? In the past, I don't want to really overshare that much, you guys, but I feel like I wanted to share this. In the past, when I was younger, I always wanted to find my tribe. All right. I always tried to, yeah, search for real friends. But the reality is, okay, it's hard to find real people nowadays. All right. It's hard to find real people. I'm also, a person who experienced a lot of betrayals in my life, whom I actually thought were friends. All right. I thought they were real friends. I thought they're actually really good for me or they have the best of intentions for me, only to find out, wow, that is quite the opposite. It's only because of they needed something from you. Okay. So if you're resonating with that and you're trying to search for friends, be your own best friend first. Be your own friend. This is what I always say in my readings. All right. Don't look for love. Grow a beautiful relationship with yourself first. And once you're able to do that, then just share what you actually have. All right. Don't look for love because love already exists within you. Okay. Wow. Group number 3. That is a really powerful message for someone out there. Maybe you're definitely around connections who are actually not for your highest good. And it's about time to break free from that. All right. So let's see what else. Let's try this one. Okay. You got the message card and it says positive news, positive outcome. But I'm going to be reading this intuitively. All right. I'm actually drawn to this image of the dove. So there's actually something about peace for you guys. All right. Be at peace because you got that card meditation, which is also talking about peace. You don't deserve to be around heavy, toxic situations. Break free from it, okay? Break free from anything that only brings about negativity. Break free from anything that is holding you back. Break free from anything that is just going to be stressing you out, all right? Wow, there's something about liberation for group number 3 for sure. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'll be pulling up some random messages for you. You got the whale spirit. Trust the great mystery, it says here. And then he got Scorpion, new beginnings. So let's actually start off with the whale spirit. And it says, trust the great mystery. So maybe for some of you guys, there is a need for you to surrender the need to know why or how. Remember, you got the thinking man. So I feel that some of you guys are spending so much time always trying to get the answers right here, right now. All right. And so your guys are actually saying that's not serving you. All right. You would only find yourself really stressed out or frustrated because you spend so much time over analyzing, overthinking. It's not really good for your mental health. All right. Surrender the need to know how or why. Because again, you have a lot of messages around being in the flow. All right. Trusting the process is also what I heard. Okay. And now we got trust the great mystery. Don't kill the mystery, group number 3. Sometimes we have to honor divine timing, really. All right. Eventually, universe has its way of showing you the truth. But instead of forcing things, just be in the flow. All right. Just be in the flow. Don't force things. And then you got the Scorpion card and it says new beginnings. And it says, you are invited to instigate change. See, I told you group number 3. but you're also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving. Based on this principle, destroy before rebuilding. Your promise of beneficial rebirth. So again, what's no longer serving you? Anything that is not helping you to improve as a person or grow. Okay? Because you are being prepared for this change that is about to happen, or this, transformation. You're going through this death and rebirth process, group number 3, which is quite interesting with the Scorpion card. And we just had this Pluto transition to Aquarius, right? In terms of astrology. So yeah, I'm really getting here, group number 3, that this is a time for you guys to embrace change, all right? And not to dwell in the past or anything that's not helping you to improve anymore. All right, so before we actually end this reading, let's just get one last card. What else? Any other message for group number 3, please? Wow, that's a lot. There you go. You got 2. So it says here, every relationship goes through changes. Again, keyword change. Oh my gosh. But this does not mean that the love is gone. Let this be a time of reflection. Some adjustments may be needed. Perhaps a new purpose needs to be discovered. It may feel cold and lonely, but beneath the surface, the earth is warming to the promise of spring. In the meanwhile, express how you feel. Gently, lovingly, and honestly. Let yourselves be vulnerable and hold each other tight. What the freak? What did I say earlier about what I heard from Spirit? Remember the denial card, right? And so, for those who are resonating with that, you are really being encouraged to embrace authenticity, all right? You're really being encouraged to be open and flexible enough to be vulnerable as well. Don't fight your feelings. Express who you truly are. Express how you truly feel, all right? And remember, like what I said, this crystal is good for those who are always repressing their feelings and emotions. So if you're resonating with that, well, this is a really, really powerful message for you, okay? And also, I'm drawn to part of the message on this card. There's also something about changes, right? Every relationship goes through changes. Exactly. Some people are actually struggling in adapting to some changes, even within the relationship, okay? So, for instance, this is just an example. It's not to say that the friend that you have right now are your friends 20 years later, all right? It's not to say that they're bad for you, but life is all about change. Change is actually something that is really, constant. Or the only thing that is not constant, rather, is actually change. So be open to that. Be open to changes. Be open to explore. Otherwise, you would be just stuck where you are. So yeah, the keyword is change for group number 3. All right, let's see. What else? Do not discount your imagination, for it is through an inspired thought that something beautiful is created. You will soon be inspired by an inner vision. Your imagination is real. It can and will become your reality. If you trust in the power of love, the imagination is a magical and creative force full of endless possibility. So yeah, a lot of you guys are also highly creative, okay? So I feel that there's going to be a magical, really brilliant idea coming to you soon, okay? Trust it. Embrace it as well. Embrace your creative talents. That's also what I'm hearing from Spirit. And because of your creative talents, that is actually, within you, it can also create wonderful magic, all right, in terms of your career or in terms of your life purpose, even. I'm also getting that too. But yeah, group number 3. Change is a really huge keyword for you guys. If you wanted change to happen, number 1, break free from what's no longer serving you. Okay? Break free from what's no longer helping you to expand and grow. Anything that's limiting you. Because again, you are meant to grow and transform. All right? This is what your guides are encouraging for you to do, to allow yourself to grow and transform instead of allowing yourself to be stuck over the past. I tell you, this is really going to be limiting you from achieving your fullest potential. Okay? So there you go, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it did help you, of course. And I'll see you again next week. Bye, guys.